Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel here at Coco, Lencho, Japan. It's a beautiful morning. Spring, it's not quite that hot yet. Summer's coming, which is not the most enjoyable time of the year here in Japan, but right now it's just absolutely gorgeous. As you've seen before, I've been working on my Japanese garden. That's coming along. But one thing that's going to be interfering with our plans here is our camper van. We finally got her. Last weekend we went and got it, and then right now this weekend I am going to be preparing for a trip for the following week. There she is, folks. It's a van conversion from this company called Toy Factory, and the particular model for this one is Toys Box. So the whole point of Toys Box is kind of like in the United States, for those of you that are familiar with the toy hauler, this is kind of a very small version of it. You see in the back, it has room for storage, and also has like kind of bunk beds that can be adjusted or removed. And then in the front, there's a little table and seats and whatnot. It does not have a toilet and shower like many of you that are accustomed to in the United States. In Japan, life is rather different. Even if you do manage to get what's considered a big RV in Japan, is still much smaller compared to what we're accustomed to in the United States. But even those little bigger RVs, you have to be careful because it's only limited to where you can go. And this one is kind of pushing the limit as well. What we want to do is be able to travel around Japan and stay pretty much anywhere. And you see it all over Japan as you're traveling, to include just regular stops, highway stops, rest stops. What you have to keep in mind is that here in Japan, the road system and whatnot is very different from other countries, and it is very safe. So for example, you can hop on the highway if you're kind of in a hurry to go somewhere. You could just go and stay at any rest stop, and many times at the rest stops, for sure, they'll have multiple clean bathrooms, but many times they also have showers. They have restaurants or places to eat that are open 24 hours. You can also stay at Michi-no-ekis. At a Michi-no-eki, they always have different restaurants, restrooms, showers, and then a safe place to stay. So that's actually kind of a thing a lot of people do here in Japan. They just hop around different Michi-no-ekis. We want to do that as well, and the good thing about that is you're off the main highway. And then we also want to just go and drive up along the coast, let's say, and just find a spot. And there's always a place to find a real good, safe spot to stay. So that's the plan, folks. If you're interested in some of those adventures, please follow us along. What I'm going to be doing today is prepare for our first, let's say, experimental trip that we're going to be doing next week. Next week we're planning on going to Awaji Shima, which is about 4 hours from here up north, along the Shimanami Kaido over across Shikoku. And we have absolutely no plans where we're going to stay. We're just going to find a spot and stay. We're going to do that Friday, Saturday night, and come back Sunday. What I'm going to be doing today, and I have been working on it throughout the week, is kind of prepare the interior, move things around. So we're trying to figure out what is the best configuration for my wife and I. We bought a solar power bank. Along with the solar, you can also plug it into an outlet or to the vehicle, and it would charge as we are driving. That solar panel that you see on the top, that only serves a little sub battery that's in the back, provides electricity for the lights and inside the vehicle and the refrigerator. And today we're going to make a trip over to Power Committee, which is a rather large hardware store, and we're going to look for different containers and whatnot that we can put in the back. And one of our first longest trips that we are planning is a road trip from here to Tokyo. Our granddaughters are coming down to visit us for about a week or so, and then my wife and I are going to go back and take them back home. And then I'm coming back by myself, and then I'm going to stop by, if all possible, by Nagano and visit Steve from Real Road Japan. I think some of us have mutual followers, so if you do, please give us a good thumbs up and comment. And then make my way down to Iwakuni little by little. Hopefully once falls comes, we can make a little bit longer and more enjoyable trips, because if you know anything about Japan, the summers are hot and humid, so we're gonna probably be taking it easy over the summer time period. In the meanwhile, right now I'm enjoying this beautiful morning. Before we get started, it's so hard to believe that it's been almost 2 years that we purchased this house and almost 1 year since we moved into it after an extensive renovation. I'm working on a video little by little of a year wrap up, and what I'm trying to do is make it as informative as possible and kind of cover some of the topics of how we found it and why we decided to stay here, and some of the lessons learned, have more data for this last year. If you have any more questions yourself in the process in which we took, or how we live here, why we decided to stay here, please comment below and let me know, and I'll incorporate them into that video. Folks, this is the reason why. Look at this, such a beautiful place, nice and quiet, so enjoyable just being out in the countryside, and nice and relaxing, in my opinion. Yes, it's the country, so there's not much, like people will say, but there's a whole lot to me. To me, this is priceless. This is a lot. Again, if you like what you see, please hit subscribe, like, and share. If you're interested in some of those road trips that I've been talking about, follow us along. 40,000 kilometers. ETC. 今も使える？使えます。使えます。Okay, the ETC works. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah. So many times people do not disclose their license plate number for whatever reason. But for those of you that are watching, the reason why is why, because it's American. Again, like I'm under SOFA status, as I mentioned before, and we actually chose this license plate 9174. But if you kind of translate it to Japanese, is Q17 and also it will kind of shortens up to Q nashi, which means no regrets. So we kind of thought that was kind of fitting, kind of cool, you know, no regrets in life, and sometimes you just gotta go for it and you know, see what happens. So again, no regrets. 車検どのぐらいかかりますか？だいたい15万。About $1,000 to do a check-in. Yeah. Yeah. で、1週間ぐらいでできますか？1週間。1週間。はい。Okay, so about a week. So, alright. Okay, so that was actually pretty quick and easy. He gave us a quick explanation and everything, and we're talking about the check-in, which is the every 2-year inspection that you have to do. And he was saying that you give us week notice so that they can have a company car ready and whatnot. And I was teasing him, is like, hey, can I borrow one of the Fair Lady Z's that you have back there? And we just kind of laughed about it, because I know that's a big no, but I'm a big fan of these cars. I have had 3 of those before. I had a 280, a 240, and a 260Z, and I just want to go ahead and before we hit the road and go home, let's just kind of show this row of really nice classic cars that they have here. Check that out. It's a beauty. Really nice. But it's pretty interesting, these older cars that they have here. Look at that. Really, really nice. I'm no longer in the market for a classic car. At least not anytime soon. Already did it. Right now, this next stage in life is to get more of the RV type of stuff going on. Look at this one. This is really cool. I wouldn't mind having something like that for fun. And hopefully soon we can start having some trips. Hey, this is the next stage in our lives, to go ahead and knock out some trips and whatnot, and travel around Japan and other places. So, well, that's an interesting one. But I need to quit looking, because then I'm going to change my mind and it's too late. We already paid and signed and delivered. the Enor PA600 portable air conditioner. Unfortunately, one of the problems is with these vans, you know, it doesn't have the air conditioner. I mean, obviously you have for the vehicle, but not for the van. So we bought this along with the solar generator. There's different configurations. Initially I wanted to do it in the back. Now I just go ahead and say, let me go ahead and try it inside the car. Ooh, I starting to feel a little cool in here. And then like I said, I made a little window adapter right there. So another thing I heard about is they're concerned about where they park and the noise that's coming out. I mean, it's not that loud at all, in my opinion. What do y'all think? I don't think that will bother anyone. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this run at 22. It's already feeling much cooler than it was a minute ago when I was just kind of setting it up. So yeah, let me go ahead and continue setting up the rest of the van. So this van, as you have seen before, you can make it a whole bunch of different configurations, which is what we liked about it. And one of them is the table. This table can slide from over there all the way back here. The back seat can lay flat, turn it into another bed. As you can see right here is like the size of a queen size. Originally, my wife and I thought that we were going to sleep together up here. But then as we started messing around with the configurations, kind of exploring and whatnot, we realized that we could just make two beds, and then that way we don't have to be changing around every single time. We also wanted to have a microwave. So there you go, much better. All right, let me go ahead and turn on this one too. Right now we are on the battery power, which is being charged by the solar panel that you see on top, and that will provide power to the electricity inside the van. As you can see, it's nice and bright. The refrigerator, the FF heater. So along with that, we also got the Jackery 2000 plus, and then the battery pack along with it. So along with that combined, it's like 4,000 watts. So I think that should be sufficient. We shall see. It can charge as you're driving. So over there's a DC outlet. So as we drive tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and let it charge. And then also when you plug in the outlet from the outside of the van, it will charge through the outlet. And then we also have the solar panels. We expect it to provide enough electricity to the air conditioner unit, which obviously is only going to be used during the summer. And then quite frankly, we're probably not going to be doing a whole lot of trips in the summer when it's really hot. And then to the microwave and other little stuff like that. Yeah, so it looks like we're kind of set up, ready to go for tomorrow. And so tomorrow's Friday. Obviously I have to go to work, and then I'm going to be leaving in the afternoon, and we're going to drive to Awaji Shima, which is probably about a 4-hour drive from here. Stay at Michi no Eki and just kind of experiment, and then the next day go somewhere else. and then make it back home. And then for the 4th of July weekend, we're probably gonna go down to Kyushu, down to Kita Kyushu, Mount Aso area, and kind of do some hiking. So that's the plan. All right, folks. So again, if you're interested in some of these camper RV trips in Japan, follow us along as we kind of learn the ropes, different configuration, what works for us. It's only 2 of us, but also we're gonna have our granddaughters with us in July as well. So yeah, so this is our configuration for now. So hopefully we enjoy. And if you got any comments or ideas, let me know. All right, folks, have a great day. Bye.